my dear friends and listeners and watchers. Welcome back to the Rok On show, the space where we explore personal growth, leadership, but also everything in between. So today's episode is special because we are going to tap into one of the most underestimated sources of wisdom. We're going to talk about children. Yes, children. Not TED Talks, not leadership books, not just even podcasts, but just kids being kids. And I was inspired by this thematic because of the holiday season we're in right now, and Christmas is coming soon. So, kids, they have this fresh outlook, this beautiful approach to life that we tend to lose as we grow older. And it's replaced by the routines, the responsibilities, and expectations. And we've all been kids, nevertheless. But here's the thing: as we age, society tends to forgive less, to judge more, and adults are constantly measured and expected to have it all figured out. Mistakes are less tolerated, but that's not a reason to abandon our inner child. On the contrary, tapping into that childlike curiosity, the wonder, and the courage is even more powerful now. But what if we could reclaim some of that magic? Personally, as a mom, I can tell you that my children have been my greatest teachers. They've also been testing my patience, but that's another story. So they've been able to help to hold up a mirror to me, helping me reconnect with who I truly am. Every single day, they remind me of things that I had forgotten about myself, things that made me actually me. So today I want to share 10 powerful lessons that we can learn from children and how embracing can transform both your professional but also your personal life. So first of all, let's start with curiosity. Kids are curious about everything. They are naturally curious. You notice how many times a day they ask why, and because they want to explore the world, they challenge the rules, the norms, they test the limits, and they push for answers. And we adults, we stop asking questions, but never stop. Curiosity isn't just cute, it's the secret sauce to learning, to innovation, and also to staying mentally sharp. So, next time you are tempted to say, that's just the way things are, just pause and ask why again. Number two, fearlessness in trying new things. Kids are experimenters, right? They are not afraid to try. And we've all seen babies learning to walk. They fall a lot, but do they stop trying? Of course not. They get up again and again and again until they're able to run. Kids jump into new experiences without overthinking, no fear of failure, no ego attached, just pure drive. And we, on the other hand, we wait for the perfect timing. But here's the truth: failure is not the enemy, it's a stepping stone. Try, fall, learn, rise, but also repeat then. Number three, pure authenticity. Kids are beautifully, unapologetically themselves. They don't fake it. They don't wear masks to fit in. They cry when they're sad, they dance when they're happy, and somewhere along the way, we start toning ourselves down. But authenticity, the real one, the unfiltered one, is what builds true connection. So show up as you are. That's a superpower. Number four, living in the present. And kids, they are masters of the moment. They're not worried about tomorrow's meeting or replaying yesterday's awkward moment. They are here. They are fully here. And usually my 5-year-old, he does this to me. So for example, when I promise to him that he will be allowed to something the next day, he will tell me, but mommy, tomorrow is not today. So whether it's building a Lego or a tower or chasing bubbles, they are immersed. And that's a reminder we all need. So practice being present. Breathe, because life is happening now, not in your to-do list. Number five, boundless creativity. So have you ever noticed you buy toys for a child and many times they end up playing with the toy box? And suddenly it can become a rocket, a castle, a time machine, you name it. Because they see possibility everywhere. No rules, no boxes, just imagination. And I myself used to think that creativity meant being an artist, right? Like having a tangible talent, good at painting, for example. And I've never thought of myself as being creative. And everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will always live its life thinking that it's stupid. Einstein said that. But creativity isn't about art, it's about perspective. It's how you solve problems, how you innovate, how you lead. So think bigger, play more, and break the box. Number 6, resilience and adaptability. Kids bounce back all the time. They get frustrated, they fall apart, and then 5 minutes later, they're fine again, ready for the next thing. That kind of emotional recovery and flexibility is something we all need. Change is so constant, especially right now, and challenges are inevitable. They are more complex. But how we respond, it's within our control. Choose resilience, adapt fast, and don't forget, you've bounced back before, so you can do it again. Number 7, unconditional love and forgiveness. Kids don't hold grudges. 1 minute they're upset, the next they're hugging you like nothing happened. They don't let yesterday poison today, and neither should we. Forgiveness is not about weakness, it's freedom. Let go of resentment. It weighs too much to carry for long. Number 8, finding joy in small things. You know, a child can be amazed by anything, like a butterfly or flower, or even a giggle over a city world. They remind us that joy is not in the grand moments, it's in the small, often overlooked ones. The sunlight on your face, on your cheeks, a genuine smile, a song you love. Just slow down. Notice the little things. That's where happiness often hides. Number 9, the eagerness to learn without ego. You know, children ask questions constantly, right? Like I said, without any fear of sounding dumb. Why? Because they just don't care to impress. They just want to understand. Meanwhile, we adults, we hesitate, we stay silent in meetings, for example, we avoid raising our hands, afraid to seem unprepared. But here's the truth. The moment you stop asking questions, that's where you stop growing. So stay humble, yes, but keep learning. Finally, number 10, seeing the world without prejudice. Kids don't judge. They don't have bias. They don't care about job titles. They don't care where someone comes from. They connect based on kindness, based on fun and shared curiosity. So imagine the world we could create and we could have if we saw each other that way as just people, not labels. So let's drop the filters and meet each other with open hearts. Now let me be clear, right? You may tell me, Rocky, in reality, children can only be this way because we adults create a protective and forgiving environment around them. Adults, by contrast, they live in a world full of responsibility and consequences, so they don't have the luxury to act as freely. Yes, of course, but these messages are not as be like a child 100%, but adults can reclaim fragments of these qualities intentionally in a manageable way, despite the risk, despite the judgments. The goal is not perfection, never. It's practical inspiration, like tiny, intentional acts of curiosity, right? Play and presence that we can integrate into real adult life. So their curiosity and fearlessness, their love, their resilience, it's all in us. It's just waiting to be free again, to be reclaimed. So go ahead, wonder more, ask questions, dance like no one is watching, be a little more like you, right? Thank you so much for joining me today on the Rok On podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I hope these lessons from children inspire you to discover your powers. So if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share and leave comments. So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep growing. Thank you so much.